with another creative writing. A creative writing which generally wants you to speak well, but because it cannot be the same in paper, so we are going to write what we are going to speak. Get it? That is speech writing. Speech is something that you deliver, that you speak out, right? But to understand what to speak, you have to first learn to write it well, and then of course you become a great orator once you know your words very well. So let's move on to see how does it really go. What all are we going to learn in this module? You're going to learn what is speech writing, the definition, the format, the guidelines, the value points, marking scheme, an example, and practice questions. So we're going to cover this topic entirely 360 degrees, wherein you will make sure. Now this question, you all are aware, comes as a very long answer question. Yeah, so it carries a lot of marks, nearly 10 marks. That calls for a lot of effort. Yeah, but once you understand this very well, you will not have an issue scoring 8+ at least. Yes, so pay attention and watch the whole module attentively. What is a speech writing? Speech writing is the art of conveying a message to the audience through words. We deliver a speech, we speak it out. It is a formal talk that a person delivers to his audience. You have the audience in front of you and you are delivering a talk. Now, right now, I am conveying a message. I am teaching you speech writing, so it is as good as a speech. But then you see, I am conveying the message, and if that transfer of knowledge is happening to you, if you are understanding, then I am on the right track, right? It must have the capacity to hold the attention of the audience with a proper choice of words, expressions, and examples. Right now, if I would just tell you, if I would just go, it must have the capacity to hold the attention, of the audience with a proper choice. Are you enjoying this? No, you will not. So you have to make sure that you have to be effective. When you speak, they have to be effective and they have to draw your attention. Right now, right here, right now, I have your attention, don't I? Yes, that's good. So this is what it is. You have to have the right choice of words, the expressions, and the examples. Before writing a speech, make sure you are writing to inform people, to persuade them, to convince them, or to entertain them. What is your motive? What is your goal? What is your aim? Why are you delivering that speech? What do you want to do out of that speech? Do you want to inform people? Do you want to persuade them that, oh, this is better than that? You are trying to persuade them. You're trying to convince them, yes, that this is the best. Or are you trying to entertain them? What are you doing? So you have to have a very clear picture in your mind. Clarity of purpose will ensure clarity in the choice of style and vocabulary. So once you know what you want to do, once you have understood that this is my purpose, okay, I want to entertain them, so your vocabulary, your style of delivery of speech will be according to that. And obviously, if you do it according to the goal that you have, then it's definitely going to happen. Then you are on the right track. So yeah, what is the definition? It is very simple. The communication or expression of thoughts in spoken words. What is going on in your mind right now? What's going on in my mind is coming through words. What I want to try to tell you, that how to deliver a speech or how to write a speech, I am conveying the same to you. So whatever is coming in my mind, according to that, it's coming in the form of words to you. So that's the communication that is happening here. It is exchange of spoken words. Now, speech also, it's like a conversation. So when you are conversing, when you are talking to somebody, it's an exchange of words. That is also a part of speech, because you are speaking. What's in your mind, you are speaking it out. Usually public discourse, that's address. When you have a gathering in front of you, you have a religious discourse, religious discourse as in, when the pandit or the saint or the holy people, they sit and they, give lectures. Yeah, they give religious lectures. Those people, then it is called a discourse. So basically, all this is a part of speech. You get it? Great. Now, here's how to write a perfect speech. Now, for any creative writing, we know that we have to follow a certain format, a particular format. You get marks for that. So you have to make sure, and moreover, see, this is very, it's a very systematic approach. You have to go with some kind of sequence, with some kind of logic. Only then, will actually things happen the way you want them to happen. So looking at how the format is, how to actually write a perfect speech, you have to first prepare what? You have to choose the topic, depending on what you're going to talk, what is your goal, who is your target audience. If your target audience are students, the person on the stage will speak accordingly. If it is, parents in front of me, I will speak accordingly. So it all depends on that. So you have to choose the topic. You have to know your audience and pay attention to their needs. Now, if I am addressing a speech to the students, now I have to understand their view angle, their viewpoint, that what actually are they looking for. Now students, if I start talking something religious, you think it's going to work, they'll get bored, they'll start yawning, they'll start looking into their mobile, they'll do things, they'll get distracted because I am unable to give them what they are looking for. But if I entertain them, if I make this informative, they are definitely all ears to me. All ears to me as in they will listen to me. So you know your audience and you pay attention to their needs. Define the purpose of the speech. Why are you delivering it? Why? What is the purpose behind it? What is the reason behind it? Understand that and organize the information. So see, whenever you are doing the speech writing, please go in the same order. Just write down, just in brief what all you want to put. Organize the data. Because if you don't organize the content, you will never be able to frame a good speech. Moreover, remember, we have constraint of time. We don't have all the time to write only the speech. When you are giving your exam, you have a stipulated time. You have a fixed set of minutes, hours to write it down. So you have to make sure that you do it accordingly. Then comes the introduction. Think about a statement that can grab the attention of audience members. You have to come and begin. You will not say, "Good morning, I am so and so, I am here for this." It's boring. It is something which everybody used to do. Now when they come, they say, "Oh, are you thinking of this? Are you thinking of that? Oh, I'm right here to give you the answer to the same." And everyone is like, "Oh wow, that sounds good. That sounds music to ears." Music to ears, that means it's interesting. So nowadays, the beginnings, the openings, be it your delivery of speech, be it writing, they have changed. Today in front of me, if someone writes a letter and tells me, "Hi, how are you?" Trust me, as an examiner, as a checker of the paper, I will give 0. Why? Stop being monotonous. Just because everybody has been doing, no, break it. Start with something new. Hope you find this letter in the best of regards, in the pink of health and happiness. So many better ways, new ways, innovative ways. Don't stick to the old, my friends. Keep moving on. Refine the thesis statement. What actually are you delivering? Refine it, make it way, way better, right? Go according to that. State something that can establish credibility. Say something where the credit goes immediately here. Everyone is all ears to you. There is credibility. There is something worth it. Yes? So please make sure you do it all, and the moment you capture your audience within the first 15 to 20 seconds, they are all yours till the end. So your opening, as well as your closing. That does not mean the body remains, uninteresting or dull or boring. No, it's not that. We all check right from the beginning to the end, but yes, your opening and closing does matter. Right? Moving further to the body. Introduction to body transition. What exactly the main chunk of your topic is going to get covered here, right? Whatever your topic being, according to that, it's going to be here. So you have to handle that and organize that. Provide your main idea along with the supporting statements. So like I said, the main chunk, that what exactly are you trying to talk about? Yes, it has to come here along with, of course, more supporting statements. Examples and additional information. Always remember, now see, right now when I'm telling you so many things, I'm giving you examples, right? That's making things more clear in your mind. So examples and additional information. And coming to the closing, the conclusion, summarize the speech and its main points. So what all did you cover up in your entire speech? Summarize it, brief it up, in short, put it up. Closing statement or call to action. So if there's something that you want to do, something you want the audience to really do, what you delivered as per your topic, there you will ask them, okay, so here on, from now, let's all get on to it. Yeah, this is how it goes. Call to action. You're asking them, you're inviting them to take action. Yeah, so that gives your closing statement, or you give them a call of action. Now that you are clear with the format of the speech, let's move on to the guidelines. The heading. The heading should be catchy and in not more than 5 to 6 words. See, when you are talking about a speech, okay, now so supposing I ask you, if you are talking about anything health conscious, you're talking something to do about health as a doctor maybe, so you will keep your topic that is it peace or is it pills? Now peace is which peace? PEAS, green peas, healthy diet. It depicts. Or you want pills, you want to stay disease, you want to have disease, you want to fall ill. Yeah, so is it disease or disease free? So that is something that tells you, the topic can be like a debate thing, but then that's what you give it. So it tells you the entire thing that this doctor is going to talk about good health. Yeah, so this is how it should be. Within 6 words, it should be crisp, and it tells you exactly what is the speech all about. You can go as creative as you want with this one. Just make sure you do not devote too much time to it in the exam. Very important. We don't have that much time. We have a number of other questions to answer too. So please don't overthink and don't give yourself too much time just on one thing. Agreed that the title has to be really good, but at the same time you have to be quick. And this comes how? Simple, with practice. So yes, keep practicing this. That will make you go really fast. It will speed up your thinking process. Opening line, again very important. This includes salutations, introduction, and the topic. Make sure you do not mention your personal details, as in your name or school name and etc. No, you're not supposed to do that. You have to start with salutations, as in greetings to everybody. It's morning, evening, whatever, good day, anything. So those are salutations to your judges, to your audience, to the members, if there's a panel there. The introduction to your topic, to your speech, and of course the topic. Don't give in your personal details. Body is the main part of your writing piece. That is the main chunk. Yeah, the main thing, what you really want to say, opening and closing is fine, but the body is what really matters, because that's going to cover up the main substance. It is always prescribed that you begin with a short introduction on the topic. It's meant to be precise. Precise means to the point. Don't go beating round the bush. This and this and this and then finally this. No. Come to the point. So let it be brief and let it be precise. Then you need to explain the current scenario, the current situation, the problems if any, and whether after any corrective actions, betterment in the situation has been observed or not. Now again, this also depends on the topic that you are writing about or you have been assigned. So you have to talk what is the current scenario, and if you take some certain steps, so have you observed any changes after that? So this is what it has been trying to tell you. It has been observed or not. It may include advantages, disadvantages, depending upon the topic in question. If there is a certain thing where you feel that I need to talk about the advantages, I need to talk about the disadvantages, and let the audience decide whether A or B, then you have to put forth, you have to be, you have to open the book very well and show them the reality. Look, these are the advantages, these are the disadvantages. You are the boss. Decide. Yes? Now, here it is important you follow a sequence. It is possible that you have too many points or very few points. Now, depending again on the topic, it is possible that you have a lot to talk on, right? Or maybe you have very little to talk on. So, when you have a lot of varied points, it is better you choose a few best ones and write a line on each. The topic can have around 8 to 10 good points to talk on, but you cannot put them all. So you decide that which do you think will really be the best, and you will write a line on each. Maybe out of 8 you will probably target 4 or 5, and you will write a line on each. In case you have very few already, explain them in at least 2 lines each. Now of course we have only 4, then you would want to put 2 lines each and make sure that you get the length of the body. You have to strictly follow the prescribed word limit. Very, very important to look at. In a limited time frame, so just do not go on writing and writing. You have to target, you have to give yourself certain time. Now I have so much time left. Okay, I am going to give the speech writing only 15 minutes. You have to make sure that within that stipulated time, that fixed time that you have given yourself, you come up with a good title, a nice crispy title. You come up with a good introduction, perfect body, and a wonderful conclusion. It all has to sum up in how much time? 15 minutes. You have to look at your prescribed word limit. Don't just go on, because what will happen is if you give here more time, your other questions will go unanswered. So please balance it all. Most important, always begin with your strongest point. You can accommodate the weaker ones in between and end with another strong point. Cheese sandwich. The weaker points are the cheese. So your multigrain bread are the strongest points, up and down. So begin with the strongest point. What you feel will really fetch you good marks, put that down. And then little you feel, okay, it's something relevant, something connected, theek, put it in the middle, and again conclude it with your strongest point. It's very important that you do not deviate from the topic. I have a very good answer to this. I have a very good solution to this. See, there are chances you may get ideas linking from one to another that may deviate you from the main point. You have to refrain from doing so. See, quite often it happens when you are talking, your topic is a rainy day. I'm just giving you an example. Of course, it's not for you, but I'll just tell you how it goes. So you are asked to write on a rainy day. You're supposed to write a paragraph on a rainy day. Rainy day, writing, the child starts saying, during the rains, we do this, we go there, we have thundering, we have lightning, and then this. You are talking about the rainy season. I am asking you to describe a rainy day. So, it's very easy for you to get distracted from the topic. So, when you are writing, when you are written one paragraph, read your topic again. Just, make sure that you are there on the same page. You are on track. So, please be careful about this. Quite often children lose their marks because, they go off track. Solution or a concluding paragraph. Now, it is to be remembered that wherever you elaborate a problem, you always have to mention the steps being taken to improvise the situation and suggest a few solutions as well. When you are giving something, when you are talking about some scenario where there are a lot of issues, also talk about its resolution. Also talk about how to resolve it, right? So you have to mention the steps being taken to improvise that topic, scenario, the situation, and also you have to give a few suggestions as well. So these things are important. This is how you are supposed to take care of all these points to make sure that your speech comes perfectly well woven. You're going to weave that very, very well. Now, this is the scene where you are on the stage and you are delivering the speech. What are the value points? Greet your audience and introduce the topic you are speaking on. You always greet your audience. The introduction part of the speech is the most important part. We have already learnt it. We have to capture the audience within the first 10 to 15 seconds. The introduction should not be very lengthy. It has to be brief. It has to be precise, to the point. The main topic should be taken up as quickly as possible. So if you have the introduction brief, you have it to the point, then immediately you can start your topic, the main topic. Use concrete terms and tangible examples. Please connect it. Please connect whatever you are saying, connect it. Use concrete terms. Maybe this, I guess so this. No. Be sure about it. Use the concrete terms. Avoid abstract phrases which are quite vague. Don't talk of something that, oh, I guess, this can be possible and this. No, you don't use those phrases. Don't sound odd and vague. You know your topic very well. Stick to it. Use simple and familiar language. Now, when I'm explaining to you, what am I doing? I am talking simple layman's English. I am talking to you words which you know. If I am talking some phrase or I'm doing some proverb, I am again bringing it to the layman's English. I am giving it that level. But that does not mean you will not listen, no? You have to get used to it. So please raise your levels. The conclusion plays a very important role in the success of a speech. How you conclude the speech matters the most. Give your own conclusion on the topic in a telling manner. Now, you said the speech, but what is your viewpoint on that? How do you want to conclude? How do you want to give your reference? You can say the same. Write a thank you at the end of your speech. That's courtesy. That's always the case. After you are done, we conclude it with a thank you. Thank you for what? Thank you for listening to me with patience. Thank you for lending your ears. Lending your ears means listening to me attentively. Coming to the marking scheme. In the writing section of the section B of class 12 English paper, that's your paper, the speech writing comes as a very long answer type question for 10 marks. I already told you that before. With the maximum prescribed word limit of 150 to 200 words. How will you count 200 words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, is it? No, you won't do that. So if your handwriting is such that you have 8 words in one line, okay? Now 8 words in one line, you need approx 200 words. So 200 divided by 8 will get you what? 25. So approx 25 lines your speech should be. So not less, not more, approx that much. It's easier to count lines than words, isn't it? Opening, address and conclusion takes 1 mark. Your opening has to be precise. It has to be crisp. Yeah, it has to be to the point and brief. And of course, your conclusion too. It has to be relevant. Content, 4 marks. The main chunk, the body, it carries 4 marks. So just like it is the main chunk, it is the main substance of your topic. Likewise, even if you look at marks, it is carrying 4 marks. Expression, what all covers? 5 marks expression. What all comes in that? Grammatical accuracy, Please make sure that your tenses are being correctly used grammatically. Subject-verb agreement should not give you a problem. Appropriate words and spellings. You have to make sure that you use the, connected words, the words pertaining to the topic. Yeah. So suitable words, and of course, no mistakes in spellings. Then coherence and relevance of ideas and style. Coherence as in the harmony, the connectivity, the style. It has to connect to it. Yeah. So you have to balance. It should be well balanced. And of course, relevance of ideas and style. What is the relevant, is the whatever you are talking, is it connected, is it relevant to the topic? That matters a lot. So 2.5 goes for all these, 2.5 comes here. So together, now see, you are so fortunate. The whole breakup is there in front of you, the 10 marks breakup. So you know exactly how much to concentrate where. Now 1 mark does not mean that you will not concentrate, but still you have an idea how to go about it. So this is very good. This is a very nice thing to do. Okay, so now let's look at the example. We understood the theory part. Now let's come to it actually. The recent rise in incidence of violent behavior of students is a matter of concern for all. The problem can be cured if students learn how to manage anger. Write a speech on the topic in 150 to 200 words to be delivered in the school morning assembly. Now this is a speech which you want to give during the assembly. Again, it has to be 150 to 200 words. Check the topic. It is the incidence of violent behavior of students, which is becoming a matter of concern, and the problem can be cured. So this is the solution if students learn how to manage anger. See, let's first understand the question. That's very important. Understanding of the question itself will help you fetch good marks. Why? Because obviously once you have understood this connectivity, the topic actually, you will write pertaining to the same, isn't it? So yes, this is how we solve it. Good morning, you greet them. Respected teachers, your salutations. And my dear friends, today I, Romila of class 12, am here to deliver my views on the topic violence among students. Recent news, now that was just your intro. Recent news of the students' aggressiveness within the educational institution makes everyone think over it. How violent today's students are. Be it the school premises or any other place, they are unable to control their anger. On trivial issues, trivial as in small, petty issues, they become temperamental and are dealt with vandalism. See the words used. Please see the English, the grammatical accuracy, the spellings, all of them have been taken care of. Why do these students have such hostile and antagonistic approach? Why are they so angry? Why are they so frustrated? There are so many reasons. The low self-esteem among the students gives way to fear of failure. As a result, they become frustrated and adopt a combative attitude. I want you to concentrate on how the lines have been framed, how the sentences have been framed. Please look. I want to read this again to bring it to your notice. Why do these students have such hostile and antagonist approach? Why? So beautifully say, why have they become like this? There are so many reasons. The low self-esteem among the students gives way to fear of failure. So beautifully put, isn't it? See the relevance of the word, see the connectivity. And as a result, they become frustrated and adopt a combative attitude. They want to be the center of attraction by showing their authority, covering their deficit in other areas of skills. What is this telling you? They are trying to show that, oh good, I have something in me. That attitude covers the other skills where you are low, it overpowers that. So then even if you are you fight and you talk really well and you really know to argue and do things, then what you don't know gets covered up because everyone starts concentrating on what you are actually doing. They don't know how to manage their anger. These are the students classically regarded as problem students. They often have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and show verbal aggression. Verbal aggression, they speak rude, they speak rough, they speak impolite, as arguing, cut down, threats, bossing, sarcasm, and teasing. On the other hand, they show physical aggression, exhibiting actions like kicking, lifting, fighting, hurting others, and destroying things and objects as well. This problem can be curbed, it can be reduced by teaching them how to manage anger through introspection, meditation, and counseling. Focus should be, now here you are giving solutions. Remember, you spoke of the problem, we discussed it earlier, and now you are giving solutions to it as well. Focus should be on moral science and anger management for these students. Parents of these students should be given tips on how to deal with patience and love. They should be taught to adopt a helping attitude. They should be appreciated for the task given to them rather than reprimanding and insulting them before other students. When children grow up, they hate it if you embarrass them in front of, the whole class or all the students. So yes, that should not be the case. They should be made to come out of their shell of violence through love and care and giving them what they desire. Thank you. That's the end of it. So you see how beautifully, did you check the words that have been used, the vocabulary that has been used, the way the solutions have come? So beautifully. This is not layman's English. It should not be. So let's raise our levels of English. Come on. We want to watch films. We want to wear the Western clothes. We want to eat the Western food. Why can't we speak in English? Why do we get stuck there? So yes, raise your levels. Practice makes you perfect. It's always said, practice makes man perfect. So yes, make sure you do practice all these questions, or else, like I told you, you will struggle for time during the exam. The more you practice, the more productive and more fast your thought process goes. Yes? So let's begin with the first question. Media has a strong hold on society. Write a speech in 125 to 150 words on how media influences public opinion to be delivered in the school assembly. Again, you have to prepare a speech for the school assembly. You have to tell them about media, how media has a strong hold on society, and you have to write on how media influences the public opinion. Yeah? You please, again I am telling you, when you are reading the question, kindly make sure that you start preparing the skeleton in your mind. Please put the points in logical sequence. You know how to give a nice, crispy, precise opening, a lovely, crispy title to it, and of course the chunk, the body has to be way strong. So then the next question, that's for you to try. I leave you with that. The second question, you are Ali or Alia, head girl, head boy of your school. You are deeply disturbed by the rising cases of aggressive behavior of students in your school. You decide to speak during the morning assembly about it. Write a speech on indiscipline in schools, again in 150 to 200 words. This is something similar to the example, to the solved example that we just did. So yes, that's a good help for you to write this. But here they are telling you that you are the head boy. So you have to make sure that your audience are your friends. Okay, they are students. Even you are a student, don't forget that. So please make sure that you read the question and understand the same. Further to the last one, due to incessant rains, incessant as in non-stop rains, during the past few weeks, the army has launched Operation Megh Rabat in Nowshera, Rajouri. That's Thana Mandi and Poonch districts of Jammu and Kashmir, in coordination with the civil authorities for search, rescue and relief of people. That's the situation given to us. It's non-stop rains. They are talking of Jammu and Kashmir. And now these people, the army, is coordinating with the civil authorities for what? How to search people, how to rescue people, and of course give relief to the same. Taking cue from the picture, now at times a picture has been given to you. Taking a cue as in taking a clue, taking an idea. From the picture, write a speech in about 150 to 200 words to be given at when the Republic Day program in your school, applauding the role of the army and the need to boost their morale. You are Shalini or Suraj of Greenfields Public School. So yes, again, you are from the school. You are going to address when on the Republic Day program in your school. Please, again, I am telling you, read your question twice and thrice. And while you are reading, in your mind, mentally start preparing the sequence. What ideas? You know, we went through the guidelines, we went through the features. You have to make sure that you put your strongest. I told you the cheese sandwich, the strongest point, the multigrain bread is your strongest point, cheese is the middle, and again you sandwich it at the bottom with another multigrain point, which is another strong point. I'm sure you have understood this by now, and way better understanding will come when this theory gets into practicality. Start practicing. That's the only solution, right, for your best performances. On that note, we come to the end of this module. All the most powerful speeches ever made point to a better future. Yes. Whatever you speak on, whatever points you give in your speech, it all heads, it all takes you, it leads you to a better future. Yes. So if you want everyone's future, your own future to be bright, read good speeches and write them as well, right? For more such creative writing, keep watching and keep learning.